Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1951 United States Lincoln Wheat penny. This coin might just be sitting in your pocket change, hiding in an old jar, or passed down from a relative, waiting to surprise you with its incredible hidden value. The 1951 wheat penny is far more than just a 1-cent piece. It's a true relic of post-war America, a time of rebuilding, innovation, and transformation. Minted in an era when every detail of craftsmanship mattered, this coin has captured the attention of collectors around the world. The design, the errors, the history all come together to make the 1951 Lincoln penny one of the most exciting coins you could possibly own. Let's start with the story behind the coin. The obverse features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of honesty, strength, and American perseverance. Designed by Victor D. Brenner, Lincoln's portrait has remained on the cent for over a century, a testament to his legacy. On the reverse side, you'll find the classic wheat stalks, elegantly framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This wheat design, also known as the wheat ears reverse, was used from 1909 to 1958 and remains one of the most cherished designs among collectors. Now, why is the 1951 penny so special? While millions were minted, only a small number have survived in pristine condition, and even fewer with rare and spectacular mint errors that send their value skyrocketing. These rare errors make this coin a true standout in the world of numismatics and are the reason collectors are paying top dollar to get their hands on the most unique specimens. Let's talk about the kinds of errors that make the 1951 Lincoln Wheat penny a collector's dream. One of the most valuable and sought-after variations includes double die errors, where the coin's lettering or Lincoln's profile appears slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during the minting process. You can often spot these by looking closely at the word Liberty, the date 1951, or even Lincoln's eye. A clear doubling effect can be a major sign that you're holding onto something extraordinary. Another incredible error to watch for is the off-center strike, where the image is printed off balance, leaving part of the design missing or shifted to one side. This rare flaw is a favorite among collectors because no two off-center coins are exactly alike. Each one is a unique minting miracle. Coins with a 50% or more off-center strike that still show the full date and mint mark can be especially valuable. And that's not all. Some 1951 pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the coin was minted using a blank meant for another denomination or even a foreign coin. These wild errors are incredibly rare and highly sought after by advanced collectors who love the thrill of discovering something truly one of a kind. Let's not forget about the proof-like finishes in red, RD designation coins. Pennies from this era that have maintained their original red copper luster are far more desirable than those that have toned brown or lost their shine. A brilliant red 1951 Lincoln cent graded MS-67 or higher can command astonishing prices at auctions because collectors know just how rare it is to find a coin that well-preserved after more than 70 years. Now, if you're wondering how to identify one of these rare gems in your own collection, it all comes down to attention to detail and proper grading. Look at the sharpness of Lincoln's features, the clarity of the lettering, the shine and color of the coin surface, and, of course, the presence of any noticeable minting errors. If you think you've got something special, it's worth having your coin professionally graded by trusted organizations like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade coin with a known error can be worth exponentially more than a regular circulated example, and let's talk about the excitement in the collector market right now. The 1951 Lincoln Wheat penny is in high demand, especially among collectors building complete sets of Lincoln cents from 1909 through 1958. Because the 1951 issue includes multiple mint marks from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, collectors are constantly on the hunt for pristine examples from each mint. But what really sends this coin into the spotlight are those rare error coins that have gone on to sell for jaw-dropping amounts at auction. Yes, you heard that right. some 1951 wheat pennies with rare errors, top-grade conditions, and stunning eye appeal have sold at prestigious auctions and private sales for as much as $98,000. That's the power of rarity, history, and beauty all combined in a single 1-cent coin. So, don't overlook your change, your old piggy banks, or your family's coin collections. That humble penny might be hiding something extraordinary. Imagine discovering a small copper coin that's worth more than a luxury car, a college education, or even a house. The thrill of the hunt is real, and it starts with the Lincoln Wheat penny from 1951. If you're as fascinated by coins as we are, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you found a 1951 penny with unusual features? Have a coin you're not sure about? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. We love connecting with fellow collectors and helping people uncover the hidden value in their pocket change. Second rare coin. We're shining the spotlight on an absolute classic, the 1937 United States Lincoln Wheat penny. This coin may look small, but it holds incredible secrets, fascinating history, and, for the lucky few, a value that could completely change your perspective on everyday pocket change. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat penny is a shining piece of American heritage, minted during a time of recovery and resilience. The Great Depression was finally loosening its grip on the nation, and the United States Mint continued producing coins that would soon become timeless collectibles. Every detail of the 1937 penny tells a story, from the carefully engraved image of Abraham Lincoln to the rich coppery tone that has aged gracefully over the decades. This coin features the classic wheat reverse design, which ran from 1909 to 1958 and is beloved by collectors across generations. The two wheat stalks framing 1 cent are more than decorative. They represent America's agricultural strength and the spirit of hard work that helped build the country. Flip the coin to the obverse and you're greeted by the bold and proud profile of Abraham Lincoln, forever etched in memory and metal. His gaze, his presence, it gives this coin a sense of gravity that collectors deeply admire. Now let's talk about what makes the 1937 Lincoln penny so special. While it's true that millions were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the real excitement begins when you discover that not all 1937 pennies were created equal. There are some extraordinary variations and rare mint errors that transform this humble cent into a coin of immense numismatic value. And that's exactly why collectors around the world are constantly searching for this elusive and powerful piece. One of the most talked about rarities in the 1937 series is the double die obverse error. This occurs when the coin is struck twice with a misaligned die, creating a shadow-like doubling of the details, especially noticeable on the date, the word liberty, or the famous motto, "In God We Trust." When this doubling is crisp and clear, the value of the coin can rise dramatically. Imagine discovering such a beautiful anomaly in your collection, a coin with character, history, and immense collector value. Another spectacular and sought-after error is the off-center strike, which occurs when the coin blank isn't perfectly aligned under the die at the moment of striking. This creates a dramatic and often eye-catching misprint, where part of the design is missing or shifted. A 1937 penny with a 50% off-center strike that still displays the full date and mint mark is considered an extremely rare treasure, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to add one to their collection. There are also known examples of wrong planchet strikes, where the 1937 penny was mistakenly struck on a coin blank intended for a different denomination or even a foreign coin. These are exceptionally rare and always cause a buzz in auction houses and online marketplaces. If you ever come across a 1937 penny that feels too light, too heavy, or has unusual coloration, don't ignore it. You might be holding onto a one-of-a-kind minting error worth far more than you'd ever expect. Condition and preservation are just as important as rarity when it comes to the value of the 1937 penny. Coins that have retained their original red copper luster, known as red or RD designation, are far more valuable than their toned brown or red-brown counterparts. A coin graded MS66 or higher by a respected grading service like PCGS or NGC can demand exceptional prices, especially if it also features a rare error. Pristine examples with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details are the crown jewels of any Lincoln cent collection. Collectors today are actively hunting for high-grade 1937 pennies with clear errors, and the demand has never been higher. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most collected coin series in the world, and completing the set with key error coins from years like 1937 adds immense value to any portfolio. Auction houses have reported bidding wars over unique error coins, with numismatists and investors alike seeking to secure these timeless treasures before they vanish into private collections for good. And now, let's talk about what makes this video so exciting: the astonishing value that a rare and high-grade 1937 Lincoln Wheat penny can achieve. While most examples in circulated condition are modestly priced, those rare coins with dramatic errors, stunning red luster, and top-tier grading have reached breathtaking heights at auction. One such example, a flawless 1937 penny with a remarkable double-die error in pristine mint state, stunned collectors when it sold for an extraordinary $150,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1937 1-cent coin can be worth $150,000 when all the right factors align. That's a life-changing sum for a coin many people overlook in their spare change. It's proof that history, rarity, and condition can turn something small into something monumental, and that treasure might be hiding in plain sight. So, here's the big question: have you checked your old coin jars lately? Have you inherited a box of vintage coins from a grandparent or stumbled upon an old penny in a drawer? Don't dismiss it. That 1937 Lincoln Wheat penny could be more than just copper. It could be a gateway to history, passion, and incredible value. If you found a 1937 penny with unusual features, strong luster, or a possible error, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us what you've discovered, or ask questions if you're not sure how to spot these rare traits. We love helping fellow collectors unlock the true value of their finds. Third expensive coin. We uncover the incredible story behind one of America's most iconic and potentially valuable coins, the 1957 D. Lincoln Wheat penny. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of living history that might be sitting unnoticed in your change jar, quietly waiting to reveal its hidden value. So stick around, because what we're about to share could surprise even the most seasoned collectors. The 1957 D. Lincoln Wheat penny is part of one of the most beloved coin series in U.S. history, the Lincoln Wheat cent, minted from 1909 to 1958. These coins are more than just currency. They represent a century of American legacy, culture, and craftsmanship. Minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just below the date, this particular penny came at a time when America was thriving in the post-war boom, and every detail on the coin reflects the pride and strength of that era. This coin features the classic and dignified profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design by Victor D. Brenner that has become one of the most recognized portraits in the world. On the reverse, two bold wheat stalks frame the powerful inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. This wheat design is a favorite among collectors, symbolizing growth, resilience, and the working spirit of America. Every line, every curve on this coin was struck with meaning, and that's what makes it so special. Now let's get into what really makes the 1957 D penny shine, the errors and rare varieties that have collectors absolutely buzzing. While millions of these coins were minted, a handful were struck with unusual and highly desirable mistakes that transformed them from everyday pocket change into treasures worth thousands. These rare minting errors are what drive the value up and make this coin such a hot topic in the world of rare coins. One of the most famous and exciting errors seen on some 1957 D pennies is the double die obverse. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the same die, slightly misaligned, creating a doubling effect that is clearly visible to the naked eye. If you look closely at the date, the word Liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust," and notice the letters appear doubled or shadowed, you could be looking at a valuable double die variety. These are rare, but when found in high-grade condition, they command serious attention from collectors and investors alike. Another eye-catching error is the repunched mint mark, also known as an RPM. This happens when the Denver mint mark was punched into the die more than once, at slightly different angles or positions. The result is a D that looks blurry, thickened, or as if it has a ghosted edge, and that's exactly what collectors are on the hunt for. These RPMs are highly collectible and greatly increase the value of the coin, especially when paired with a clean strike and excellent surface quality. We also can't forget the off-center strike, a dramatic and visually stunning minting error where part of the design is shifted out of place. A 1957 D penny struck off-center by 30% or more, while still showing the date and mint mark, becomes a truly rare specimen. Each off-center coin is unique, and their demand continues to rise as collectors race to find well-preserved examples with bold misalignments. When assessing the value of a 1957 D wheat penny, the most important factors are condition, color, and rarity. Coins that have maintained their bright coppery red luster, known as red RD coins, are valued far higher than those that have toned to brown. Combine that fiery red brilliance with a rare error and a high mint state grade, like MS65 or higher, and you've got yourself a serious contender in the collector's market. Professional grading is essential, so having your coin evaluated by top grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and boost its market value dramatically. Let's take a look at how this coin has performed at auctions. In recent years, several 1957 D wheat pennies with sharp double die errors or repunched mint marks, graded at high mint state levels, have been sold at major auction houses and private sales. Bidding wars have erupted over coins with just the right combination of luster, rarity, and error, showing just how much demand there is for this iconic penny. Collectors are constantly scanning coin shows, estate sales, and online platforms to snatch up premium specimens before they disappear into private collections. And now, the moment every collector dreams about: the incredible value that a rare 1957 D Lincoln wheat penny can reach when all the right features come together. A single 1957 D penny, with a crisp double die error, perfect mint red luster, and a top-tier MS67 grade, has been sold at auction for an astonishing $80,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $80,000 for a coin that many people would never think twice about. That's the magic of numismatics, the thrill of discovering a fortune in the most unexpected places. It's a powerful reminder that every coin has a story, and some of those stories are worth more than you could ever imagine. So now it's your turn. Have you come across a 1957 D penny in your collection or loose change? Have you spotted strange lettering, doubled numbers, or an off-center strike? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your discoveries or help you identify the rare gems hiding in your collection. Don't be shy. This channel is all about learning, sharing, and growing our collector community together. Especially, we uncover the incredible story of the 1952 D Lincoln wheat penny. This isn't just any old penny, it's a small copper coin with a big story, and if you're lucky enough to have the right one, it could be worth an absolutely life-changing amount of money. So grab your coin jars, check your old collections, and pay very close attention, because what we're about to reveal might just change the way you look at your pennies forever. The 1952 D wheat penny was minted during a time when the United States was booming with post-war optimism. The Denver Mint, one of the most productive mints in U.S. history, struck these coins with precision, pride, and purpose. With the letter D marked just beneath the date, this coin quickly became a common sight in the pockets of millions of Americans. But little did they know that some of these pennies would go on to become some of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the entire wheat penny series. At first glance, the 1952 D penny might seem like just another piece of pocket change. But collectors know better. This coin features the beloved design of Victor D. Brenner, showcasing the proud profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two elegant wheat ears on the reverse. A design that ran from 1909 to 1958 and has since become a symbol of classic American numismatics. Every line of Lincoln's face and every curve in those wheat stalks tells a story, and for some rare versions of this coin, that story includes mystery, rarity, and serious value. Now here's where things get really exciting. While the 1952 Penny was minted in large quantities. A small number of them were struck with incredibly rare minting errors that transformed this humble 1-cent coin into a collector's dream. These rare varieties are what every coin enthusiast is chasing, and if you've got one, you might be holding onto a true hidden gem. Let's start with one of the most exciting and valuable errors in the 1952 D series, the double die obverse. This dramatic minting error happens when the coin's die strikes the surface more than once, but not in perfect alignment. The result? A shadow-like doubling of the design that's visible to the naked eye. Look closely at the word liberty, the motto, "In God We Trust," or the date 1952. If you see a doubled image, even slightly, you could be holding something incredibly rare and desirable. Another treasure to look for is the repunched mint mark, also known as an RPM. These errors occur when the Denver D mint mark was stamped more than once and not perfectly in the same position. If your 1952 D penny has a D that appears thicker, ghosted, or slightly misaligned, you could have an RPM variety. These coins are highly collectible because each one is slightly different, making them unique in the eyes of the numismatic world. Also, keep an eye out for off-center strikes, a minting error that creates a visually stunning effect where the design appears shifted or incomplete. When this happens on a 1952 D penny and the date and mint mark are still visible, the coin becomes a rare and beautiful mistake that collectors absolutely love. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes. And then there are the ultra-rare wrong planchet strikes, where the penny is accidentally struck on a blank intended for a different coin, such as a dime or even a foreign denomination. These errors are rare, but when discovered, they are often the highlight of major auctions. A 1952 D penny struck on the wrong metal or with the wrong size planchet is the kind of find that sends collectors into a frenzy. Collectors looking to determine the value of their 1952 D penny should consider 3 key factors: rarity, condition, and eye appeal. Coins that have been well preserved and kept away from circulation can maintain their original bright red luster. These are known as red RD designation coins and are far more valuable than brown or red-brown ones. If your coin still has that vibrant coppery shine, no scratches, and sharp details, it might be worth a closer look, especially when combined with any of the errors we just discussed. Coins that have been graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and have received a mint state MS grade of 65 or higher are in high demand in the collector market. Serious collectors and investors are actively searching for these coins, and when a rare error variety is found in pristine condition, prices can absolutely soar. Auction houses across the country have seen these coins ignite bidding wars, with buyers eager to add these gems to their elite collections. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series remains one of the most collected in all of numismatics, and coins like the 1952 D continue to rise in popularity and value. With its rich history, classic design, and potential for rare and fascinating mint errors, it's no wonder collectors are always on the hunt for high-grade and unique examples of this unforgettable penny. Whether you're just getting into collecting or you've been at it for years, this coin is a must-watch and must-search in any serious collection. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: just how much can a rare and perfectly preserved 1952 D wheat penny be worth if it features one of these stunning mint errors and is graded at a high mint state level? Believe it or not, some of these extraordinary specimens have reached staggering heights at auction, with the most valuable known examples selling for a jaw-dropping $100,000. Yes, you heard that right. $100,000 for a single Lincoln penny from 1952 struck in Denver. That's not a typo, and it's not a fantasy. It's the reality of the rare coin market when the perfect storm of rarity, error, and preservation comes together. It's proof that something as small as a 1-cent piece can become a true treasure in the eyes of a collector. So now we want to hear from you. Have you found a 1952 D penny that looks a little different? Maybe the mint mark looks doubled, the strike looks off, or the color is unusually bright. Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing about your finds, and we're always happy to help identify potential treasures in your collection. Last unique coin. We're diving into one of the most exciting and sought-after coins in the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, the 1942 Lincoln Wheat Cent. This isn't just a coin, it's a remarkable piece of American history that holds secrets, surprises, and in some cases, incredible value. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started in the fascinating world of numismatics, pay close attention because the 1942 penny might just be the hidden treasure in your collection. The year 1942 was a time of transformation across the United States. With World War II in full swing, the country was united behind the war effort. Everything from manufacturing to metals was affected. The U.S. Mint continued to strike coins, but even something as small as a 1-cent piece was influenced by the demands of wartime America. This historical backdrop adds immense depth to the story of the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny and makes it even more appealing to collectors worldwide. The design of the 1942 penny remains one of the most iconic in American coinage. On the obverse, we see the strong and timeless profile of President Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor D. Brenner. His face reflects strength, resilience, and unity, qualities the country deeply needed during that time. On the reverse, we have the signature wheat ears framing the bold inscriptions, 1 cent and United States of America, a design that has become a favorite for generations of collectors. Holding one of these coins is like holding a living piece of American spirit and legacy. Now let's talk about what makes the 1942 Lincoln Wheat penny truly valuable. While millions were struck that year across several U.S. mint locations, only a select few carry the rare characteristics that transform this coin from everyday currency into a collector's dream. It's these special varieties, combined with condition and rarity, that can take a 1-cent coin and make it worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of the most well-known and exciting types of 1942 pennies are those with mint errors, especially the double die obverse. This dramatic error occurs when the coin die strikes the design onto the planchet more than once, but slightly misaligned. The result is a noticeable doubling in areas such as the motto "In God We Trust," the word "Liberty," or the date 1942 itself. If you look closely and see a shadow-like duplication in any of these areas, your coin could be a rare and valuable double die variety. Another incredible and highly sought-after feature is the wrong planchet strike. In extremely rare cases, some 1942 Lincoln cents were accidentally struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or other U.S. denominations. These coins are typically lighter or heavier than usual, have a different metallic color, or maybe slightly smaller or larger in diameter. These types of errors are incredibly rare and have been known to cause a sensation when they appear at auction or in a private sale. Let's not forget the off-center strikes, another error that can drastically increase the value of a 1942 penny. These coins show a visibly misaligned design, where part of Lincoln's head or the reverse is pushed off the edge. The more extreme the off-center strike, while still showing the date and mint mark, the more desirable the coin becomes. These minting mistakes create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. Also, a number of 1942 pennies feature repunched mint marks, known as RPMs. These are coins where the mint mark, either D for Denver or S for San Francisco, was punched more than once into the die, creating a doubled or shadowed look. These repunched marks are subtle, but when discovered in high-grade condition, they are immensely valuable to collectors who love variety and uniqueness in their coins. When it comes to value, condition is everything. Coins that have been well preserved, showing no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, are known as uncirculated or mint state coins. And even within those, coins that retain their original fiery coppery tone, known as red, RD, are the most valuable. A 1942 Lincoln penny in full red color, with no damage and a visible rare error, can demand top dollar on the open market. Professional grading by trusted companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and elevate its value in a huge way. Let's talk about recent market activity. At major numismatic auctions, 1942 Lincoln Wheat pennies with dramatic errors in pristine condition have fetched tens of thousands of dollars, and in a few truly exceptional cases, they've sold for more. Collectors are actively hunting for these rare examples because they are becoming harder and harder to find as time goes on. Many of the surviving examples have been worn down in circulation or are tucked away in private collections, making the hunt even more thrilling. And now, the part you've all been waiting for. What is the most valuable known example of the 1942 Lincoln wheat penny actually worth? Well, one extraordinary specimen, featuring an ultra-rare wrong planchet error combined with an uncirculated mint red surface and perfect strike, shocked collectors and dealers alike when it sold at auction for an unbelievable $380,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $380,000 for a single 1-cent coin from 1942. That's not a rumor. That's a real sale that proves just how valuable and important these coins can be when everything aligns perfectly. It's the kind of discovery that can turn an ordinary collector into the proud owner of a life-changing treasure. So now it's over to you. Have you checked your 1942 Lincoln wheat pennies lately? Do you have one that looks a little unusual? Maybe a double date, a strange mint mark, or an unusual shape or color? We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us what you've found, or ask questions about how to identify these amazing varieties. This community is all about sharing knowledge, helping each other, and celebrating the thrill of the hunt. If you found this video fascinating and you love learning about valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another exciting discovery. There's a world of treasure out there hiding in plain sight, and your next coin find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, happy collecting, and always remember, every coin has a story, and some of those stories are worth a fortune.